Everybody, it's Eric Meyer, NASA Great Lakes. We are going to talk briefly about this. I had somebody started asking, "Hey, how does this delta thing work? What do you do when you want to look at two laps and compare them?" And guess what? This is exactly what this is for. This is the lap compare or the delta, and there's a couple different names for it, but this is a tool that I want to introduce you to, so that when you come to the workshop, you can go, I kind of know something about this. So this is going to be a short video. So here's what's going on. We have not one highlighted lap. What happens when you have more than one? What can you do something with them? Well, you can compare them. And so when we lay them over each other, we start seeing differences. In this case, the red lap, the green lap breaks earlier, while the red lap keeps going and accelerating to about 4 miles an hour more. We know that right here the green lap is faster, right? Faster top speed right there on track before braking. We know that right here the green lap is a little slower coming out of the sinkhole, right? And we know right here in the braking that at the same spot on the track, so the car is going much faster. In this case, the one on top, the red one, right? And we can see that we got in through here a lot faster in that space because the car was faster. But how do we see these differently? How do we put it in perspective? Well, here you go. That's what this lap compare does. Okay. Chances are this is brand new to a lot of you, and a couple of you might have seen this. Play around with this, use this. The more you use it, the easier it is to see where you need to look for time. Okay, so here's how to read this. This black line is the reference lap. In this case, the bold one right there, right? The fastest one is this black line right here. Okay, the green lap on here is the same green as right here, and that's the same green as right here. So we're going to compare that lap, which is represented in this black, the fastest lap, which is represented in this big long black line, against the green lap, which is 8 tenths, about 8 tenths different. And when I say 8 tenths difference, that means at the very end of this, it's 8.3 tenths slower. So anything above this reference line is slower. Anything above it is slower, and below it is faster. Wow, look at that. Here's what this means. It means on the fastest lap, which was a red one, we were actually slower right here, right? And we were the same when we got faster, and then it came back to us. And then there's a slow gain. Guys, I'm looking at this chart, not like right here and right here and right here. I'm looking at the whole thing, and what I see for the delta or the lap compare time lost is it basically goes from right here, almost a straight line up here, except for a couple bumps. This bump, up and down, this straight part, and this part right here, right? Everything else is kind of the same. There's a little bit right here, but for the most part, that's the shape of it. Now, if we were to compare these two, I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's see what we see. A little bit different, right? No gain, tiny gain, big gain, big loss of the purple. It's kind of a straight line. Let's look at these two and see what happens here. Oopsie. Try that again. Never goes below. Kind of the same thing. So if we were to look at all of them together, here's what I want you to see. I'll suggest to you that the black line is cooking along, and one of two things happen. Remember, above is slower, meaning the purple is slower, the green is slower, the yellow is slower. I'm thinking that the chance that the purple line did kind of bad right here, but both the yellow and the purple and the green, the purple and the green both went up, and then all of them, all three of those colors go up. So this is more about the black line, you could say, doing better relative to these, because they all did about the same, except this purple one really jumped out there. They all, and then this part right here. So for the lap compare, our red lap was the fastest from here, actually from here over, right? Because the yellow and the black are the same right here. Same exact time. Same. They're tied in the race. They are tied. But from here on, the reference lap's better by 8.28. And a whole second by there, and 1.8 from there. But I want you to see something right down here. Let's keep the yellow lap. Oops, excuse me. Let's keep the yellow lap. And I want you to see this. So what this says is, on this part of the track, down into turn 2, the yellow car is actually faster than the red lap. You see that? That one part on the track, 0.17, almost 2/10. There's a good tenth right there, just right there. And then we lose it. And then the red lap just kind of slowly does better. And or the yellow lap, in comparison, slowly doesn't do as good. And at the end, we're 0.8 off. Doesn't take much. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit each corner. That's where usually the time is. It's usually going a little bit faster everywhere. Okay, so that was a quick lap compare. In another video, I'll do another feature, and then in future videos, I'll start using them all together to reinforce stuff. Okay, I'm Eric Meyer. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.